For this year's winter project with the boys, I decided to get Levi involved in robotics design and Stephen more involved in coding. To do this, I've come up with a basic robot that will follow someone. Sure, this has been done before, but I wanted to put a twist on it to generate more code development. Basically, the robot will use a Lego chassis, motors, a Raspberry Pi as the main controller, a cell phone to get GPS coordinates and compass bearings for the robot, and a cell phone for the person to be followed. So the basic design of the robot will be a four-wheel bot driven by two Lego motors, one here to drive the wheels, and the other motor will drive a steering mechanism that'll be connected between these two tires here, and it will turn them like that. The main logic for driving the motors and computing direction will be handled by a Raspberry Pi, which will sit on top of this robot. The location information will be gathered by the Raspberry Pi, analyzed and acted on to steer and drive the robot. A cell phone attached to the bot, we'll say it's maybe right there, will attach the bot Pi with the current location and the compass bearing. A cell phone carried by another person will supply the current location of this person and its compass bearing. So hopefully we'll have some time to work on these pieces. I will follow you up with you on the next video on the beginning of the Raspberry Pi code. So basically what I'm going to have Stephen work on is the code that will go into the cell phone, the two cell phones, and the code that will go into the Raspberry Pi that will allow it to track these two locations. We'll call this one master and this one slave, and then it will feed that information into the Raspberry Pi. Levi will work on the framing and motors, the drive systems, the steering systems, and then the final product. This is actually pretty complex. We're probably going to need some kind of motor controller here that we're going to have to play with. And hopefully you can pull this project off during the winter. And like I said, we'll check back with you. We're going to start with building the code, some of the code that goes inside the Raspberry Pi. And I've actually already written this. It's a web page that these phones will have an app inside them that will make a web call to this web page and provide the robot with the location of the master and the location of the slave. Well, hope you guys find this a fun project, and we'll kick it off here soon. Say bye, guys.
Bye.